It's not the first game I see of Ice Orc this year, but surely on this patch. Jens, of course, the best South American player, the best American player in total. I mean, in tournaments at the very least. You can, of course, always make an argument for Hitman, but we haven't seen him participate in a long time. But maybe he accept our invite this time for Warcraft III Champions Finals. We'll see about that. Dude, I'm so hyped for Warcraft III Champions Finals, guys. I can't. How is this? It's still 7 weeks. We need something to bridge that in between for like June. But yeah, maybe we're working on something here. Maybe we are. We got a classic Blade Master versus Demon Hunter situation where Jens already got some sweet items. When our Inferno playoffs, depending a little bit on the 2 players that are qualifying. But we have a date set. But yeah, have to confirm. Depending on who qualifies, Teko, Headstar, or Toxie, 2 of the 3. So nobody is rushing across. Ice Orc is also not aiming for an instant Whisperas. I feel like one case study of Focus has shown that the instant Whisperas versus Night Elf is not that impactful anymore. Always a little bit of a question when you see matches like this. How well do Jens and Ice Orc know each other? As Ice Orc is on the KK ladder and not on the Warcraft Champions ladder, and so they don't square off too much. But maybe Jens was watching Ice Orc's games versus Dice. But then it's also the question, is he still playing the way he played on the old patch? Jens? Hitman has 2,500 with Elf. He's number 1. He has 0 in tournaments. So, we don't know. Every weekend is better with Back to Warcraft. Thank you, Lego fan! Wait, is the lady saying that now again? No? Oh, we'll see about that. So, Blade Master into the base after level 2. The inventory by Jens is absurd. If I were the Blade Master, I wouldn't go into a one-on-one with this Demon Hunter once there's a bit of healing. And here I am saying that Ice Orc is not going for Whisperas, and then he immediately is going for Whisperas. Nice. It is a classic Dryad Bear play by Jens, unlike a Dice, who has been playing Talons against Ice Orc quite a bit. And we've seen Ice Orc struggle massively against the Keeper. Last month, at least. So he's kind of getting a lucky break that Jens decides to go for the standard. We've seen Jens experimenting with Warden. I think those were his first Warden games. Maybe down the road in the tournament. We'll see that as well, especially versus the humans. Should be pretty promising winner bracket quarterfinals. I really hope that Neutron can show up better today than he did yesterday in B Cup, where he unfortunately couldn't play his A game. There were some glaring issues. But, you know, Yuri, he's also one of these players that has little consistency, high skill ceiling. But yeah, yesterday we didn't hit that ceiling at all. And maybe Ice Orc isn't that great versus... Maybe Ice Orc weakness isn't the Keeper, but it's the early game in general. Losing a Grunt here to the Demon Hunter. That's not supposed to happen, really? Ouch. But okay, Jens is running into Hex. This is some free damage, but nothing really is ever free in Warcraft, as paying with hit points gives him the time, as the heroes are locked down in the south. They can't be in the north, and that is a tier 2 expansion by Jens. In the meantime, while we talk about Jens, Ice Orc the Madman is going tier 3 double Spirit Lodge Witch Doctor. Ay. Good night this time in Jakarta. Didn't know we have fans in Jakarta. What's up, dude? So he's going mass casters versus mass dryads? You know, casters deal with magic, you know? Oh, the little snail block. Oh my god, don't tell me he runs him down. Immolation, block. Jens is a freaking god. There's no town portal. The Naga connects as well. Jens, high octane. Can he get another hit in? Heal wing. Mana burn. Not enough. Creep deny, but the blade is down and that's supposed to be the carry. Disaster for Ice Orc. What the hell? Invisibility on the Shadow Hunter to at least get him out. Can he send something to the lab and hit it right? There's a watch award. Jens, watch award. He had a watch award. No, not like this. He forgot about his items. No, he could have double killed. And now you're using it, huh? Ay, ay, ay. Not the presence of mind. He'll probably kick himself the most for this. But glad that he signaled to us that, yes, I remember I had the sentry wards. Unfortunate. I was about to make a point that Ice Orc is going like casters with magic stuff. And Dryads some A, magic immune, and also anti-magic. That's not a great look for Ice Orc so far, I gotta say. Well, well, well. What a game. It is a nice start to our weekend, everybody. What can Ice Orc do to deal with these dryads? Serpent wards, I guess. He gets a TC. I don't really see the reason for that, but okay. Aura is of course nice, but that's about it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Jens roaming with heal scroll, beast scroll, town portal, this mega pimped demon hunter. Off a go, headhunter for free. Yeah, Ice Orc is trying to mix in a little bit of piercing damage. He's now working with his wards, gets healing, and this is the stasis trap for stun. It's very nasty to engage into this without detection. Like, you can't dispel. You need to attack these stasis traps now. But alright, with endurance aura, that gives you more movement speed and more attack speed. Trying to go in, but there's no end snare. There's, except Hex, no real control. But against that, we also have a staff. And Jens's expansion is mining for quite some time. He's going tier 3. And are Chimeras another layer of art counter? Loogie back with the clip creation. Love it, love it, love it, love it. You'll surely be number 1 in the clip creation soon. Do we even need chimeras? As long as Jens plays it like somewhat carefully and deals with these wards, it's a bit of a game of whack-a-mole. He should be very fine. And Ice Orc has to regret a lot of his life choices here on this map. Tja. Stasis Trap mostly works against Demon Hunter. It is nice to see the Stasis Traps. Focus here, focus there. It's a little weird as the heroes were blocking that Stasis Trap. The only target seems to be the Demon Hunter. Ooh, congrats, 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 Loogie. We get an Ancient of Wind for Fairy Dragons, right? Yeah, Fairy Dragons are super sweet. How much mana has a strap and a heal ward? I don't even know. 100 and 150. Ooh. Fairy dragons deal more damage the more mana a caster in range is using. So 100 and 150 is quite nice. Smart adjustment by Jens. Problem with the witch doctors, very little damage. Heroes have to make up for it. Up to a cap of 90. Thank you, Qbert. See, that's why I want to cast with you, but you always ditch me. But good that you're assisting in chat. Scrolls. Ice Orc is trying to counter expand now, but of course massive supply lead. Creep check now. Town portal on the ground. Oh, Jens' supply block. Ooh, wonky situation. Expo is up. Can Jens get into trouble here? If Ice Orc transitions to Raiders and buys the Prime? Mountain Giants. Yeah, sweet. Tasty. It's always a little bit of an issue how to get mana back with the Witch Doctors, but so far it seems fine. We didn't spam too much. We go Sappers. There's no Nature's Blessing. Uh-oh. Can he snipe this? Can he just snipe the tree? Sapper number 1. Boom. Repair. He needs more. A little more. A little more. Oh my, where's the second Sapper? He got sniped? Oh no, there it is. And with that, he gets the kill with tons and tons of damage on Wisps as well. Mountain Giants are up. Upgrades are coming out. And now we got Watch awards all over the map. Ice Orc is just completely ignoring these Dryads, huh? Crazy. Witch Doctors need like what, 150 shots to kill a Mountain Giant? Let's see if he can deal with that. Detection would be great. Wards denied, most of them. Ice Orc trying to kite back at an orb now. Supply lead still massive. We got bears, mountain giants against a bunch of witch doctors. Fairy dragons in, so if he plans new wards, yep, that hurts. And here it is. Bear staffed out. Demolisher was supposed to be a nice addition, but immediately taken out by that Demon Hunter, so no damage on the Dryads. Fairy Dragon repositioning. It is a nice idea to kite with these Witch Doctors. But it's hard to do, man. Against Dryads, that's so hard to do. And the Mountain Giants are marching forward. Ice Orc seemingly no chance. Retreating into towers with another trap set up, which was supposed to be a forward trap. But if Jens is not taking this home, I'll be baffled. He didn't even use a single heal scroll yet. He's building 2 expansions at the same time because he can easily afford it. And yeah, damage is way too crazy. I don't know how, in theory, this build of Ice Orc should have worked against Mass Dryads. Very good read by Jens. Looks like he knew the strat and saw it coming. And Dryads is just a mega hard counter. The Blade Master kill in the early game. Well done. But these expos still have to finish. And supply is kinda evening out. Still, Mountain Giants pose a 6-6-6-6 threat. No torrent for you. Ooh! Thank you, Naga, for finishing this. Second heal scroll used. It's getting a bit too close to my comfort. Heal ward in the back. Is the power of Witch Doctor bigger than we thought? Or was that just Jens toying with his prey? Double Chimera Roost. Okay, the ultimate get out of my game sign of a Night Elf. They hard counter Demolishers. They hard counter Witch Doctor. They hard counter possible Torrent and Walker. And they hard counter towers. That's quite some hard counters. Appreciate the heal ward. That must feel nice for orcs. They are cheerleaders. Hell yeah, feels like it. Good shop control again. Naga Demon Hunter, super well leveled. It's like a warm blanket in winter. I see that. Dude, there's blankets. You can put a power bank onto that blanket and it heats up. That's crazy technology. They also have this in like onesies now. Man. People so inventive. But hey, maybe not the best invention for summer, is it? But yeah, for winter. Anyway. Jens can basically decide the timing of when he wants to see the GG of his opponent. But we're waiting for the chimeras. We don't have corrosive breath yet, but next upgrades. Ice Orc sees, oh, you got an expansion here. And you got an expansion here. That's 2 more expansions than I like you to have. There surely is an uptick in chimeras since the patch, right? We see them more and more. I still think the build time, 3rd chimera roost. The build time was the issue, not their movement speed.
A player's forces are under attack. Is under siege.
But hey, it surely helped. Why not? Yeah. And now you got minimal anti-air against chimeras. One can be hexed. An instant purge. Lol, how unlucky. Ice Orc needs a spectacular fight that defies Warcraft laws. Good little use of taunt. Mr. 8-Man, I saw huge numbers on the 8-Man stream today, and that made me incredibly happy. Incredibly happy. Soul big streamer, man. 321 raiders. That is incredible. You are incredible. Hawk Neo, thank you for the passion you're providing to the community. Westy, thank you for tuning in pretty much every single day. Much love, much love, much love. And GTFRVZ also with the 28 month. Makrura to all of you. Makrura to all of you. Yeah, we are in CoinCola Cup. $3,000 on the line. By the generous sponsor CoinCola. This is the first map, the first match, and it's... I mean, you see what we have, right? It's quite a banger. We got Demon Hunter, Mountain Giants, Fairy Dragons, and Chimeras versus Blademaster, Shadowhunter, TC, Tauren, Witch Doctor, Demolishers. Your classic Night Elf versus Orc. Jens, as you can see, lost an expansion already, but thought if I lose one expansion, my counter to that is to build 2 expansions. So he has backup. Nice reveal. And he sees, oh damn, this is a minefield. But Chimera should be able to deal with that at a certain point. Yeah, your very basic Night Elf vs. Orc. It is a beautiful game. It's a fun one. Jens is Omega ahead for like 15 minutes. But Ice Orc refuses to die. And we got Corrosive Breath. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yep, now there's basically no wards no more. The Fairy Dragons weren't deployed, unfortunately, so all these wards come in for free. Those status traps will go off, but of course they only attack ground or target ground. So Chimeras are not affected by stasis traps at all. And this is the big fight. Heal wards in the back. Tauren are not having a good time. Is so many Chimeras. Holy smokes. It is 5 Chimeras in the hands of Jens. And yeah, Ice Orc didn't get ready for this at all. No bats. He rather went burning oil than to go for any bats, which is an interesting choice if you ask me. Demon Hunter level 5 in the back. Chimeras do area of effect damage as well. A small one, but they do. And that is Ripperino on all these Witch Doctors. What a hard counter, man. What a hard counter. Mirror image, quite cool. But there's only one winner. And he's from Chile. The Chilean wall. Putting on a clinic. He surely warmed up during the dolphin cocoons and becomes a butterfly cup. And that's game. First game of the CoinCola Cup is an Omega cool 99 versus 88 supply fight with double tier 3, 4 expansions, Chimeras, Tauren, everything. Yes! We're off to a good start. No Keeper Craft anymore, huh? Jens is surely diversifying builds. And why not? Demon Hunter is so fun. Must be so fun. To play. Not to play against, but to play yourself. A play we see more and more in springtime. The difference maker between level 1 and level 2 is oftentimes this tiny camp, the green. So Jens is creeping with his Ancient of War and Archer, finishing this one. Has the time to move across with the demon, gets insane items again with claws and slippers. So much damage from the first hero, who has of course great attack speed, being an agility hero himself. If we harass with immolation, now that's annoying. There shouldn't be a world where a peon is lost, as they're right next to the burrow. Nice little safety measure. But that keeps the Blademaster away from the Night Elf base, keeps him busy, pokes a little hole into this defense. And it's just annoying. Being annoying in an RTS game is always good. So we got a Reaping Blade for level 2. Yayara! Yajara! Yayara! Thank you for the prime. With the less than 3. Very cute. Thank you, thank you.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, there's some confusion in chat about Jens's origin. Jens, of course, being a Nordic name. Jens is actually Norwegian. And then went into a trip to the North Pole, but he went too far. And then he came out in South America, and then at some point settled in Chile. It was a wild, wild journey. Yara would be Mr. Ballsack in my language. That's funny. Not as funny as this little ambush here by Ice Orc. Getting a revenge kill for that grunt earlier in game 1. So Shadow Priest is down. Demon Hunter is hurting. Needs to go to the Moonwhirl. But Jens survives for now. This is a million times better for Ice Orc than anything we've seen before. We got a Hunter's Hall in the back. People like Dice start to like playing Talons on this map again. Jens left the house in Oslo to get a pack of cigarettes and now he's a gamer in Chile. No, he is Chilean. And picked the name from a band member of Meshuggah, if I'm not mistaken. A band. This expo is safe thanks to the Naga. Shadowhunter is arriving as well. Quite an action-packed game. And here's the speed scroll. And there's more Hex. And I gotta say, Jens is getting punished quite hard on this map. Demon Hunter harass early. Wasn't really a difference maker. Here's another Hex. Ice Orc exploding all of a sudden. And that should be enough damage to kill the tree. Can he re-engage? There was very, very, very little Moonwhirl juice left. And this would mean there's 0 resource recovery. Oh. Sometimes Warcraft is so simple. You pick a Blade Master, you pick a Shadow Hunter, you run across and you own. Holy! Shadow Priest down, Expo down, Naga down, Berserker down, Jens down? And Town Portal gone as well. Freaking brutal game. What a difference compared to game 1. But Jens a fighter, no quitter. He still sees a win condition down the road. All this enabled by some very good items on the Blade Master as well. He's going Radar Walker. That's very standard composition. Surely better suited than the Mass Witch Doctor we've seen before. Don't want to lose a second Ancient. No, no, no. Big mana potion, not necessarily what you want in a brawl heavy setup.
A player's forces are under attack.
Invo potion, heal potion would have been better. But yeah, due to that incredible harass. Ice Orc didn't get much creeping done, and so his Shadow Hunter is a little bit on the level. If Jens still wins this, this is a miracle. Found that unreasonably funny. But yeah, Shadow Hunter Blade Master still lots of room to grow. Jens going for some XP heavier creep routes, trying to overwhelm that way. And if you give Jens some time, and that's what Ice Orc is doing with that Expo, he'll have bears and he'll muscle up a strong army. Ancient survives again. That Ancient of War is a thrill seeker, almost dying against the Merchant, almost dying here against the Lab. And taking a fight with two Raiders. There's not much here. Bears, of course, very strong. Demon, of course, very strong. Trying to escape with the speed scroll. Well done by Ice Orc. Nice escape. Yep, that was a little bit of a bullet dodged by Jens by Ice Orc as well. And Jens getting away without any big losses. He has to do something about that expo, but he's only at 37 food. And this expo's up. Jens is on a big timer. Almost a doomsday clock here. So let's see what we can do with the little forces we got. Jens, after that expo loss, far behind, but he's not going down without a fight. As long as you have a Demon Hunter like this, that's also understandable. But Ice Orc playing a very different strategy than on game one. A lot more stable, a lot more controlling. Blade Master movement a lot better.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it's all problematic. Afterwards, we got Dice, who is, I think, still playing in another tournament right now. So the longer this goes, the better it is.
A player's forces are under attack.
But with the magic of Demon Hunter and Bears, maybe, hoping for a slip of Ice Orc, but so far he seemed rock solid on map 2. And this is what I meant in the beginning, like Ice Orc can be between super duper good and the opposite of that. So far, the Bears are doing a good job, but the longevity is limited. We had a nice Vamp Aura for Ice Orc as well. Adds more longevity in the fights. The Kodos to hard counter the Bears if they can reach, that is. And the gap is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger with Ice Orc's expansion running. And Jens just running. Pretty Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Yeah, this entire game, based on Jens's early expansion attempt, which was scouted and punished. And all that Ice Orc needs is like a few bigger levels. He's in no rush whatsoever. Can fortify this a little more. Can get more burrows. Just stabilize. Shop control. Play it out. Curious to see what Jens has to offer here. One of his bears is in the belly. He gets the Raider for free, as it seems. At least a lot of damage. Wisps coming in. Blade Master targeting the Dryads immediately. Jens is doing a good job sniping out the Raiders to take control out of the fight and to take Ensnare out of the fight. One bear still remaining for Reju, saving that Dryad. That fight is not too bad. Jens is just right-clicking that code. Oh, lol. And he is getting the bear back. Save Private Ryan, basically. But there's a lot of walkers, and walkers do so much damage. You can clearly see he throws everything he can onto that Kodo to get his Dryad back, but nope. It's not enough. 20 food lead now. And a base lead. And half a level lead. And the Naga is dead. And that's the equalizer. 1-1 in the CoinCola Cup between Jens and Ice Orc. Great recovery by Ice Orc, to be honest. Puts this shenanigans aside. Is not falling into a trap of like brute forcing that weird witch doctor strategy. Not weird witch doctor strategy. It can work. That hard counted witch doctor strategy. But people saw Ice Orc as this player who could be the next Fly, the next Lin, the next big orc, right? But he never accomplished that kind of level. Gatekeeper. Google says eternal talent is correct. He's always operating on a high level. Never the highest. So we got a keeper this time by Jens. And I've seen Dice destroy Ice Orc with that.
A player's forces are under attack.
So we have a bit of a stalemate. Keeper doesn't want to venture out too far of the base to not being caught by the Blade Master without Moonwell support. Who are we to judge an elite level player though? I mean, we are the #1 observers in the Western world about competitive Warcraft. If not we, then who else? And I mean, you don't need to be a genius to see that Ice Orc never reached the level of a Lin focus Soet. Ice Orc is like Boyan Krikic. Yeah. That's fitting. Also like a Mario Götze, you know. He had this one big result when he kicked out TH of a WCG qualifier, or he beat TH at a WCG qualifier. Like gets his goal for the World Cup, you know, that standout thing. But Guts is no Messi. And he's Judas. I don't want to say that about Ice Orc.
A player's forces are under attack.
A very tame early game. Noticeable how nobody really wants to make a mistake. Nobody wants to be out of position here. Careful, careful, careful. Ice Orc has the right idea that an expansion is coming up, as was the plan for game 1. 2. Wow. I have reached this state where I can't count to 2 anymore. Great. It's here. He wants level 3 at all cost. Yeah, gets all the last hits. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Jens, not deterred from losing map 2. Shadowhunter creeping. He knows he has to push at some point, going Wyvern Shaman. Marius Tudor, HF. Hope you are having HF as well. You are having HF? I hope you're HFing as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, 10. Will be very good damage. Good mischance there as well. Late Master's getting caught. But he was prepared with the staff to get out. Keeper might do the same here. We don't have End Snare. We have... oh, he could have skilled Hex actually to stop that. He might have been able to kill this one.
A player's forces are under attack.
With Hex, and then either he has the damage and kills him, or he forces a town portal. As the second skill point wasn't chosen yet. He then gives up on Heal Wave. There's definitely a penalty to it. Ice Orc with the focus Gardener play, but look at that, the Blade Master is missing in the fight. The Shadowhunter is almost losing his life there. Big camp going to Jens, but his expansion is stopped. Raiders now, runs now. Come on Jens, you can do it. We got the Hunt with the heavy armor. Usually Wyvern and Serpent wards are the counter to Huntress, but with heavy armor everything changes.
Player's forces are under attack.
And then we have to see what Ice Orc's answer is to heavy armor hunts. It feels like pretty much nobody is playing exclusively hunts. It's oftentimes paired with dryads. But yeah, Jens' expansion is only expenses for now. We got the Purgeon, we got the Dryads in. Needs to take the Wyvern out. That's a huge source of damage, as you can see. Hunt should be very, very good on the ground, but Shaman are a solid-ish counter. Jens is in a little bit of trouble here. Mana situation is looking good though. Not so much on the Shadow Hunter. Raider, Grunt catch another Dryad. Ancient of War needs to help. More units falling for Jens, who's in trouble, I gotta say. Needs some kills here soon. Shaman are running out of mana the longer the fight goes. The worse it is for an Orc. Reinforcement should be trickling in soon. This Blade Master, despite only being level 2, is doing a wonderful job, I gotta say, with 3.4k damage. Jens gotta lick some wounds here. The Wyvern's still up in the air. At least the Entangled Goatman can be repaired now. But a nice engagement by Ice Orc, hitting the timing very, very well just before the expansion is starting to pay off. But with the power of Moon Juice and some reinforcements, we deal with the Serp Dwarfs now. He's diving for the Wyvern. Critical situation now. Jens with more whiz, trying to hold, goes for the SH, breaths him, and down goes the healer and the summoner of the Serpent Wards. That might just be the hold. The Chilean wall does it again, where many others would crumble. He finds a way out, sees the weakling, gets in front as well. Speed scroll, dispelled, entangle ready in 3, but Blade Master lives to see another day. Woohoo! What a fight! Both want the winner bracket semi-final, that's for sure. Now we got a level lead on Jens. He needs to repair. Otherwise, the Blade Master is going to be back in a bit. Expo for Ice Orc, which he wanted to cover with this fight, 60%.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oops, that pull didn't work. Fascinating that the Wyvern is still here. And that's a cancel. Ooh, that might have just won Jens the game. That might have just won him the game. Checks for a second base. Can't fall back. Got shop control. Jens now every advantage on the map.
A player's forces are under attack.
He did it so well. He's so good. Everybody loves Jens. Everybody's raving about Jens. How can you not love Jens? Desperate push by Ice Orc. He knows he has to do something. Even got the heal wards now. Panda is getting more and more scary. Yeah, this is a mission impossible for Ice Orc. It is a lot of Dryads, but not too much piercing damage. Always a Huntress in to support, to block a little bit. Good army mix. It's not only Dryads, which then can be countered by siege and piercing damage through heal scroll. The Shadow Melt saves more Huntress. It is beautiful. And the heal ward in the back as well for some hurt units. Not too many kills yet, as Ice Orc is microing his little heart out. But with an army like this and no healing like that, it's just an invite game. Jens survives this push as well, and it should take way too long for Ice Orc to heal up again. At least he gets the heal scroll. Nice shop timing. But Ice Orc still trying. He doesn't like the lower bracket, huh? He would be up against Shao Kai or Neutron. But next up is scheduled to be Pink and Dice. Very curious about that. Whoa, that level 3 Breath of Fire. Let's go. Jens bring the freaking heat. Mass Dryads. Hard to deal with. When it's so many of them. 20 food lead, no heal scroll, no invul potion, little bit of mana. Yep, for mirror image. Can you figure out what the real one is? Probably just clicking the dispel. The Vamp Aura is helping a little bit, but that is the first win in the CoinCola Cup, and it can only go to Jens. The only thing missing is the double Gs. Look at this quote-unquote army. Is ridiculous, and that is the game. Jens prevails as he did in the Dolphin Butterfly Cocoon Talent Cup today, where he reached the final. He's also going into the winner bracket semi-final. GG's.